Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cinco, Paus. Um, Welcome back to myself. I haven't played this game in a few weeks. I had some episodes recorded in advance, and now I'm all out of those. I need to record a new one. Uh, Hopefully, I'm not rusty at the game, but it has been a while since I took this long of a break from the game. While I was when I was going for that world record, I had been playing pretty much a Jogo a day for like, I don't know, several months at least. So it does feel a little bit weird that I haven't played this game in a few weeks. Hopefully I'm not too rusty, and hopefully I remember what I've explained and what I haven't explained. That might be the bigger problem. I might start repeating myself between episodes a lot. Um, but we'll see. Probably not a big deal. Okay, what do we got here? Okay, we've got all our artifacts. The arm has a lot of upgrades, and the last upgrade that we'll get on the arm will be the key. It's unfortunate that that's going to be the very last one we get, but I'm pretty sure that's the one that we want. I can't remember what the other thing is that's going to be offered against the key, but I'm pretty sure we want to choose the key. We got offered the worst two upgrades on the cape. Okay, yeah. I guess. Yeah, I guess this is the first Jogo where we have all of our artifacts, and so maybe worth spending a little bit of time thinking about like what Zona 1 should typically look like. Should I be trying to like use this horror specs immediately, for instance? Because um, I don't know, like sometimes I'm gonna get this arm and I can swap to whatever I want, and maybe I can, like this case that we have right here, like in this case where I can pretty quickly get to and use whatever artifact I want. Should I be wanting to use the horror specs immediately? I guess maybe in this case I should be wanting to use the cape immediate. I should be wanting to use the cape in this zona maybe to move the door. It's interesting how much I'm thinking about moving the door with this cape. I mean, I guess one thing is it's the only extra thing that the cape is doing right now. We don't have other upgrades on it yet, but I don't know. Ever since I started thinking about Zona 2, the layout of Zona 2, and how often you get trapped in a column in the far left or far right column in Zona 2, um, it started to feel pretty important to move the door to a better spot if possible. But I don't think I want to do that right now. I um, I mean, if I did it from here, the door would go right here, right? I'm pretty sure when it moves the door, when the cape upgrade moves the door, it's picking like the closest spot to you as in terms of like how many steps away from you it is right now. So like this is 1-2 steps away. These two walls are 1-2-3 steps away. Obviously the door can't go here, and this one is like 1 step away. So I'm pretty sure it would go there. If 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 my understanding of that is wrong, I'm sure that we will figure that out pretty quickly. Um, I guess I guess this spot isn't bad actually. It's in the middle column. Um, maybe it's good to like set yourself up to shoot downward in Zona 2 to like test for heals, since you've already tested for all your wand refreshes in Zona 1 ideally. I don't know. I don't. Okay, one interesting thing. One thing that's really good about swaps is if you have multiple of them, you can just stall for as many turns as you want. Like if we had a cape with swap on it right now, we could just swap to the cape, and then if we wanted to stall another turn, we could just swap back to the arm and do that do that indefinitely, which can be very helpful. But right now we've just got one swap, but that still means we can kill one turn. And right now, like we wouldn't be upset to like use our mushrooms or our Haru specs necessarily right now. So if we swap to one of those, then we could, if we wanted to, if we were thinking like, oh, let's stall a turn and then maybe we want to stall another turn after that, then we could swap to Haru specs maybe and then just like use it. Right now I'm wondering just like, is it good in general to use Haru specs immediately before, before doing your first wand usage? Because to me it feels like I'm usually gonna, it feels like I usually want to use my wands the same. Like if I can, I usually want to do a shot in Zona 1. I usually want to do a shot that's like upward through some enemies, and that's, I feel like that's probably not going to change. Like that first shot tests, I guess what I'm saying is that first shot tests for so many things that it feels like it's potentially, it feels like using Haru specs right off the bat when you know nothing is potentially not that great, just because it might just it has a pretty strong chance of revealing something that was about to get revealed by your shot anyway, because that first shot is like so high value, getting so many tests in. And yeah, also like saving the Haru specs for after you do your first set of shots, because if you discover a Dorado wand, you want to target that for more information. And also you can just like target a wand that is less useful in general. Like, if you use your Haru specs right off the bat, you might be identifying something on a wand that's gonna get a bunch of stuff discovered on it anyway, and you like don't really care to know more information about that, and then you end up with another wand that you know nothing about, and you would much rather know one thing about that wand. I don't know. It just, yeah, intuitively it feels to me like it's generally better to save the Haru specs for after your first cast. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how we should be generally. Maybe there's no. I don't know. Maybe a general way to use these artifacts will emerge over the next few Jogos. Once the cape is more fully once the cape is fully upgraded, it will start to feel more like comfortable to me, or like, I don't know, that once the cape is fully upgraded, it starts to determine a lot more things. So like right now, when the cape is not upgraded, it feels pretty open-ended how I should, it feels like there's a lot of options. There's no obvious best way to like use these artifacts. I guess one thing to think about is the trash can, because if I swap to something else right now and then use it, the trash can could be next after that. So if there's something I want to use multiple times, I should maybe go ahead and maybe go ahead and use it before the trash can has an opportunity to appear. And maybe that's just an argument to use the arm right now, right? Like, because if I swap to something else, what are the chances I get back to the arm? What are the chances the arm comes back up in the ordering before the trash can comes back up? Like what, 50-50? Is it, I'm not sure exactly like when you swap away from an artifact, I feel like it just puts it at a random spot in the ordering. Like, I swapped to Haruspex right now. Haruspex becomes my active artifact, and then there's some ordering of these other 3 artifacts that already existed, and I feel like the arm just gets inserted at any random point in that ordering. So I would guess that it's just 50-50 whether the arm or the trash can appears first. And so since we want the key, right? we really want the extra key from like grabbing this. And also Zona 1 is the zona where you're least likely to get the key some other way, least likely to break out the treasure some other way using your wands, because you don't know anything about your wands yet. So yeah, I think maybe we want to plan to use this right now before swapping it to anything. And this is already kind of coming in handy, this upgrade that I was like kind of unsure about. Like, I quantified the X2 upgrade as giving us about 100 points in the course of a full run if we were to get that upgrade in Jogo 1. So a little less than 100 points for us right now. Maybe we would expect to get 90 points if we had taken the 90 extra points if we had taken the X2 upgrade instead of this. But I was thinking that maybe this could surprise me somehow and be better than I think it is. And right now it's kind of doing that. I mean, like right now I can definitely play a lot more aggressively. Here, because I can play more aggressively here because I know that I want to use this and grab that potion. And that's just going to heal me all the way. So like, I basically have 4 health to spend here. Yeah, and that definitely changes how I'm gonna use my shots and stuff. So, but I am wondering. I am not sure what the best setup is here, though. Like, if I were going to shoot up from here, I would have maybe liked to stall 1 turn by swapping, but now that's not really an option since I do think it's best to use the arm here. But maybe I can step up and step down and have an enemy on me. And if I do that, if I step up, step down, one thing that could happen is this ghost blocks this lizard in. Another thing is, most likely thing is this lizard steps up here, which makes the ghost go here. And then I step down and one of them goes here and the other goes either here or here. No, that doesn't seem right. No, here is where the ghost would go if the lizard stepped onto me here. So either I'm shooting up at 2 enemies. These enemies are still pretty far away from me, which is nice. Either I'm shooting up through 2 enemies, a lizard and then a ghost, which is good, or I'm shooting up at a ghost and doing testing for a sideways hit on this lizard, which is also nice. That seems pretty good. Alternatively, I could step right. One thing I could do is like try to test all of these wands, all of the wands for wand refresh in the column that would, in their same columns. So like I could try to shoot this one up from this column and then get into the next column to the right and test this one upward, and then get into the next column to the right and test this one upward. But I don't really see that working out nicely in terms of getting us good tests. Like right now, like if I were to do that, I would kind of want to start doing it right now. I wouldn't want to like step up and down to get a better setup and then start moving right. Also, if I started doing that, these enemies would start getting too close for me to eventually get over here and do it. But also, like, if this shot didn't kill this enemy that's on me here, then it's potentially going to be to my left, and then I'm going to be like shooting upward and getting hit from the left, which is just kind of weird. But yeah, if so, I guess the alternative to stepping up and down right now, the leading option in my head is definitely step up and down and then shoot this up. But if I were to step right now, unfortunately, no enemies are directly in my path right here. It might be nice to shoot that up through some enemies right through the middle with the earthquake test, and yeah, like if these guys were one more space over, that would be nice. But what if I guess what if I step right twice? A shrimp or lizard is here. I'm shooting through the key, which is I think bad. I think that's just straight up bad to be shooting through the key. Like, I think the only additional test on items that doesn't work on enemies is grab, and we don't want to grab this key right now, because we want to do this at the end after we've killed everything, or when we get down to 1 health and need the health. So I don't really think. I mean, if this test is just way better to shoot from here, then if it just gives us a better test on enemies, then fine. But ideally, I don't think we want to shoot through this key right now. But what does that test look like? We've got a probably, like, let's say we've got a lizard here. Well, either a lizard or a shrimp here. Possibly this shrimp here, but more likely, I think it's going to be there. I mean, so maybe we're getting like a side hit, a lizard shooting on the lizard, and like a through walls hit on this shrimp. Maybe it doesn't seem any better than what we're doing over here, really. It doesn't seem, I don't know, it doesn't seem significantly better. And it's also like, this over here is the setup that is giving us more time. Like after we do this first shot, we have more time before we're surrounded by enemies. Yeah, seems better to me, and we might be able to get an opportunity to shoot this up through the middle, which would be nice as well. Doing things this way. Let's see. Okay, that is the worst option, I think, but it's fine. Is there a reason to do something else here? It's easy in this game to plan far ahead. At least, often something that I often do wrong is plan too far ahead, and then like once I see it happening, I don't reconsider my plans. Like here, I planned to shoot up, but like maybe now that I see exactly what it looks like, maybe something will jump out at me as like a reason to do things differently. Because this is not the better scenario that we wanted. We really, I think, would have preferred hitting the lizard and then hitting the ghost. I don't know. I mean, mostly because we would have preferred hitting the lizard. We want to test for lizard kill. I think one thing that's worth like consciously realizing is how important it is to test for lizard kill in Zona 1. Zona 2 can have 3 lizards in it. I've said before, but I don't know the exact like enemy, like the exact enemy spawn possibilities in every zona, but I know that there can be pretty sure there can be 3 lizards in Zona 2, and certainly there can be 2. And so if you don't discover any lizard kills in Zona 1, you are not setting yourself up for success in Zona 2. Like, discovering a lizard kill in Zona 1 is very valuable offensively immediately stepping into the next room. So yeah, it's worth considering how good that is. So yeah, it's I was wondering if I should maybe step up here, but it has become clear to me that this ghost could move right if I did that, which would be pretty bad, I think. I don't see how that would work out nicely. If I stepped right here, that's maybe better, because I could maybe be shooting up through the middle. And if not, if this ghost steps right, I've got a maybe a pretty good shot up through the middle. If it steps down, if it's to my left and I'm here, I could push it back left and be back here, and then I would be shooting the lizard. I would be shooting this lizard then, maybe. Probably though. I think. Yeah, probably. But then this lizard is like one space away from me. And then, like, alternatively, like, if I do shoot this up now as I was planning, then I can just like step to the right afterwards, I think. I mean, then I'm stepping next to this lizard. I don't know. This seems right. Huh. I mean, I don't love that. I guess we're hoping that this lizard steps to the left, because I mean, again, we're doing this, right? Like, we want to grab that potion here. So I can just like punch all these enemies down, maybe. Like, if it comes down to it, I will start just punching these enemies down. If it's, but like, I mean, we have pretty good offense here with our artifacts. Like, we've got the mushrooms and the cape, and an extra use on one of those things if we really need it. Maybe, I don't know. If this comes after the mushrooms and cape, then we can at least decide if things get really bad. Oh, we need to like get some more offensive capability instead of reusing the arm. Maybe I'm thinking in like Zona 4 or something. But so yeah, I'm thinking about that because, why am I thinking about that? I don't know. Well, I don't know what I was thinking, but oh yeah, because like, maybe it's worth. We're kind of getting into a situation where we're maybe not going to get great tests for like enemy kills plus wand refresh plus something else like earthquake or whatever. And if we're not getting great tests, then maybe we just want to not use our wands on these enemies here, do some punching, get our full heal, and then get extra buried treasure tests in instead of enemy damage stuff. Maybe I could like stand here and just start shooting these wands upward. I would potentially be exploding myself there, but like, who cares if I'm at 5 health? Might even be better to be at 4 health going into Zona 2, because then we can test for heal on the floor. And okay, I don't know. I think we do want to step right. I'm having a hard time imagining what I would. I mean, the only other option, I don't want to swap this away. So my options here are step right or shoot a wand, and I'm not shooting a wand here. So okay, we did get the bad We did get the bad case. Now, do I want to shoot a one? Do I want to do this? I mean, shooting a shrimp is just not great when you're at 5 health. I could do this. And in the case that it has a corner bounce, it's a pretty good test, but it's also going through this key, which we decided we don't want. if I grab this key, it's really creating problems because at this point I'm pretty committed to taking my damage here, right? Like I'm probably taking at least a couple hits here. Unless I start using my wands in a really suboptimal way. So like I'm committed to taking this damage. So if I grab this key, then I'm kind of committed to like grabbing this, using my arm on this potion and not netting a key out of it. So that's bad. Yeah, I don't know. My gut tells me to fire this one up. And then retreat into the corner and start punching. But I don't know. This does get a lizard kill test, right? And then hopefully it wouldn't grab the key, but if it does corner bounce, it's a good test. You know, it's testing for Wand Refresh and also testing for like the second hit. I guess it's not testing for like hitting anything to the side, but it's good to test for corner bounce in general. I mean, it's also hitting a wall. Like it's more valuable to hit a wall here than to hit a edge of the screen, I think. Well, I mean, I don't know, testing for charge attack is good, but I think it's probably better to hit a wall. You're testing for the through walls. You're testing for break wall. And like since I'm shooting at an enemy, I might learn something that combos with a through wall to break out the treasure. Anyway, unsure. I guess I think what makes this, I think what pushes this over the limit to feel better than this to me right now is that this could just kill it has a decent chance of just killing this lizard. And if that happens, then I'm set up to maybe shoot this one up at this other lizard. I mean, 50-50 of whether this lizard or this shrimp goes here, but if it's the shrimp, I just punch and stall. You know, I punch both of the shrimp and then the lizard's on me. And maybe I can get this lizard to go up and around and I can shoot it when it's up here. How likely is that? 1, 2. So that lizard just moved there and there. It's pretty unlikely. But anyway, I still feel like this is good. Maybe. I think I don't want to think through like what all the parity is going to look like if I have to retreat into this corner and start punching. Like, am I going to have to step out into 2 enemies or fire a wand from the corner? I don't know. But this is the shot that minimizes the chances that I have to step into the corner, right? Because there's not going to be another enemy to my right for 2 turns after I shoot this guy. I think this is good. Nice. Okay. And we got the lizard stepping here, so we get this is a great shot. If I end up taking no damage in this room after acting in a way that would maximize damage taken, that will be funny. I mean, why would I not do this? Okay. The absolute best thing that can get identified. I mean, I guess that's not really true. Like, Maybe it's better to identify. I mean, if this had like a Dorado on it, then this would be the best thing to identify. Anyway, um, well, I guess there's a question now, like, do we go into the next room and hope that there's a gem in the cage so that we can use this there and get an extra gem out of it? I mean, or there could be a potion again and we kind of get to do the same thing again of like, okay, we can be very aggressive and potentially take a lot of damage here to get better tests in. Or, like literally just punch everything so that we can get all our buried treasure tests in. I guess one thing here is, like, this chase frog is still coming, right? This chase frog is coming, and I probably want to shoot both of these wands at it. I mean, it's either that or just test for, like, I guess I would probably test against this pillar if I'm not testing on the chase frog, and I can maybe get one of those tests to test. I can maybe stand here and get it so that one of my pillar tests is hitting the frog when it's through this wall, and one of them is hitting the frog when it's to the side here. So I can get a couple extra tests in like that, and I guess an explode test for the frog too when it's here. But that's probably what I want to do if I don't want to shoot at the frog. But alternatively, I could just get the frog on me, and what am I trying to say? I could like shoot at the frog and at this pillar or whatever, and then go through with this anyway. I mean, if I'm not using this in this room, I'm just straight up not getting a key from this room. I'm not netting a key in this room, and I think it makes kind of a big difference. Like, we have a break wall here, so we're expecting to get a lot of keys in this Jogo. It's possible that this that getting a key here, getting this key here, will make the difference of like whether we can check for the secret, get a chance at the secret room in Zona 4 or 5. And as I've said, I kind of I have this feeling that maybe Zona 4 and 5 are like more likely to have the secret room after them than Zonas 1 through 3. I don't know. It that might just be something that I don't know. I've talked about this before, but so yeah, could be wrong about that. It might be equal chance to be after every Zona. But yeah, I don't know. It feels to me like the extra chance at finding the secret room, that a greatly increased chance of finding a secret room in this Jogo is great regardless. So I think I should be planning to use this here, which means I think I want to be shooting at the chase frog. So yeah, I think I want to shoot at the chase frog at this wall. Alternatively, I could shoot at it at the ceiling, but first of all, we don't have any treasures yet. We test. I guess this hasn't been tested on the ceiling. I don't know. I guess since we already have a break wall, testing against this wall becomes a lot less valuable. So maybe we should be testing for wand refresh. This came up in the Discord, but and I explained my thinking about this a little bit. But one thing that may not be obvious. I think it's not obvious how good wand refresh is, and especially in a situation like this where you haven't discovered any treasure abilities yet. We don't have a pillar treasure or a corner treasure. Oh, I I decided I should stop calling it corner treasure, since this and this, I call this corner bounce, right? I call this corner bounce if it turns at one of these spots. So this and this should not both be called corners, since those are different things. So we're going to say niche treasure, I guess. This is a niche. It like hurts my brain to say niche, because my, I have this weird like I have this weird like brain tumor around the word niche. This whatever brain cell is responsible for the word niche, it's like my brain thinks that it should be niche. Well, not in this sense. When it's like a literal corner, I think when it's like a literal corner, my brain thinks it should be pronounced niche. But like also, I always say niche in other scenarios. I don't know, man. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna try to say niche. Okay, so yeah, when you don't have a niche treasure or corner treasure or buried treasure or something like that yet, when you don't have something that you're really excited about refreshing, basically, it can be, you might think like, oh well, why would I test for wand refresh right now? I need to find a treasure first, and then it will become more valuable to have a wand refresh, because then I can refresh it. But then I have something that I actually want to refresh. But the thing about wand refresh is it's giving you more chances to find something that you want to refresh. So when you test for wand refresh, you're testing for wand refresh, and often you can test for something else as well. Like, you can test for wand refresh plus testing for buried treasure at the same time, or plus testing for niche treasure at the same time. But then also, if you get wand refresh, if you find the wand refresh ability, you are getting a charge back to one of your wands immediately, and that is a charge that you can then use to test for something else. You can use to test for a treasure ability. So it's accelerating your discovery of all the treasure abilities. And the sooner you discover that wand refresh, the more extra charges you can get in the full Jogo. So hopefully that makes some sense. So yeah, I think in this scenario, I don't know, it's kind of awkward because there's no man, I just completely zoned out in the middle of that sentence. Oh yeah, there's no niche. it's killing me saying this, but I think I do want to fix what I was saying about corner versus corner. Yeah, there's no niche against the ceiling here, so it feels kind of bad to be testing, to be shooting up at the ceiling, but I think it is better than shooting at a pillar when we already have a break wall. Although like there is always the possibility that like this, we find some other great spell on this wand. I guess it can't have Dorado at this point, but like say we find like a dupe on this, we kind of are going to want to use that rather than the break wall. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I should be shooting this at the pillar, and like we have this, which makes pillar treasure more valuable. Maybe, well, a little bit. Like this. If there's no pillar in the room, we can maybe construct one. I don't know. One other thing about pillar treasure is like you often don't get another opportunity to test it. There's not always pillars in Zona 2. I don't know. Maybe they're more likely than I think, but Zona 2 often has these kind of long vertical walls that and not so much single wall spots like this, pillars. But yeah, I mean, even if there's no pillars in Zona 2, like, it's not like any of these wands are going to be, like, unable to test for anything. Like, if we could knock out, like, a bunch of tests, you know, if we could test for niche treasure while testing for wand refresh here, then maybe in Zona 2, I would be thinking, like, man, it kind of sucks that we don't have a pillar here, because now I have to just test for buried treasure by itself. We don't really have anything else to test for. But, you know, as it is, when we go into Zona 2, even if there's not a pillar, we still need to test all these wands on niche treasure, for niche treasure. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know exactly what's best here, but it feels to me like I should be, like, trying to get over here and shoot upward at the frog. And I mean, another thing is we do have corpses down here, and if we wanted to test at the ceiling while testing for corpse kill, we would kind of have to stand here, and then we're, like, trying to identify something on this wand that's, like, already amazing, and we don't really need to identify more stuff on this wand. I mean, if this has something treasure related on it, it might be hard to discover it naturally, because it's going to be very tempting to use this on the middle, you know, shooting this through the middle and through a bunch of enemies and stuff. Although maybe we can get a buried treasure test in or something. But so maybe that's an argument for using an identify here, but I don't think it's a very good argument. I think we'd rather get the corner treasure test in, and the, like, you know, shooting up and trying to refresh this wand that would, you know, trying to refresh itself. This wand trying to refresh itself is good. You know, if we do get a refresh here, we are able to use this wand multiple additional times. Like, we could, well, that's not actually true in this case. There's no other way that we want to use, you know, because this wall is here, getting an extra charge on this wand is not actually that helpful, I think. I mean, I guess if it has, like, an identify on it, no, I guess it's helpful. Like, we get to cast this from another spot, like from here, and maybe that cast reveals something. I mean, what would it reveal, though? I don't know. If it has an identify on it, it reveals something here, and then it refreshes this, and we get to identify something else with this wand. I don't know. I feel like I'm thinking about this too much. I certainly feel like I'm talking about it too much. I think what we want to do is get this frog on us and get to up here. And we could go out of our way here and go around. Man, there sure were a lot of turns there. I don't think we need to be worried about the chase frog timer. I don't think we need to be worried about time very much, because we're grabbing this, right? Like, the last thing we're doing is grabbing that and then getting out. Okay. So yeah, I don't think, though, I don't think we want to step left here and guarantee that he's in this top column. I'm pretty, like, if we just walk straight up here and then step 2 spaces to the right, that's giving him 2 chances to get on our left, which is what we want. And then we get a 50-50 of him going above us. I mean, the fact that it's still a 50-50 means we might want to do some extra, like, dancing around after this anyway. I don't know. It seems to me that I should just do this. Okay. Yeah. So that was good. Now, hopefully we get the good. Nice. Interesting. And I think there's no reason to do anything other than this. Right? Like, you know, we're getting a wand refresh and a corner bounce. There's not a good way to test this from its own column. If we would like to identify something on this wand, probably more than any other wand, because this kind of makes things a little bit more powerful sometimes, or at least, I don't know. This allows us to hit more things than we would normally be able to hit with a normal ray, and so that, at least in a lot of scenarios, makes offensive spells more powerful. So if we were to identify like a lizard kill on this, then that would be very helpful. But also, like, yeah, we just have no idea how we want to use this wand. So I think we do really want to identify something on it. By the way, it just occurred to me the possibility of using this, and then maybe if this appears next, we're just immediately getting another grab for another arm use for the next room anyway. Which would be maybe nice. Anyway, yeah, I don't see why we wouldn't want to do this. Okay. Okay. So I guess maybe maybe I want to punch this frog down, and then I'm on parity to punch it down, and then get my full heal, grab the key, and then get to like here or here and shoot this at a pillar while testing. So get a pillar treasure and a buried treasure test in while hitting this next chase frog to the side. That seems probably highest value. That seems probably like the highest value thing I could do. You know, like I could step left and then like try to do like a point blank shot on the frog to like test for a snipe here. You know, if the frog steps here, I could maybe test for a snipe, and then like, I mean, we can go ahead and step, I guess. We can't actually do that anyway. I think it makes sense to do this. All right, getting some value, getting some value out of that, and it was this scenario that I imagined here. That's interesting. Okay. Well, I would maybe like to go ahead and use this. Well, I don't know. Maybe it makes sense to save this extra, like, this is like an extra way to kill a turn in the next room, and I probably don't want to use the arm immediately in the next room. It's not giving me an upgrade. You know, I wouldn't be getting my 5th gem from from that arm usage. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe it's fine to just step left, step right here, and then do my shot. And then just get out. Pretty surprised. Feels like we've tested this on in quite a few ways now. Now, I guess one interesting question is some people might argue that I should want to take a damage here. I mean, I think we decided that we maybe want to keep this as it is, but like, I think some people would maybe want to punch here. No, I don't think that's true. I think maybe if this door were pointed downward, then maybe some people would want to take a damage here, so that if they start shooting, they're testing for the heal. But in this scenario, we're unlikely to be testing for the heal. We're just kind of, yeah, I don't know. We're gonna be at the bottom of the room. So, okay, let's remind ourselves how we used everything. This has been a very long zona. I shot this up at a ghost, and there was a lizard to the side. I shot this right at a lizard on this corner that broke that wall there. I shot this up and just demolished everything. I believe... Oh yeah, so there was a shrimp here, a shrimp here. The lizard stepped here, so this shrimp was still blocked by that shrimp and it stepped up. And then this shrimp was down here. So this wasn't testing for a side hit or anything like that. But yeah, we got that. And then this one I shot through a frog, and then it came back and... Oh, I actually didn't think about this. This wall was here. So this actually was tested for break wall. I don't think that would have changed what I was doing, but I was thinking that we might get a break wall or a through walls here. I guess it was still testing for through walls, because if this had through walls on it, when I shot it here, even though it hit this wall, I'm pretty sure it just stops here anyways, because it definitely stops there. Yeah, so it wouldn't have revealed the through walls from that first cast because I was there blocking it, so it had no path to continue anyway. So I guess this was testing for through walls, maybe. Yeah. I think definitely. I'm just trying to think, like, is there some reason why it couldn't be on this wand? But through walls can definitely appear with this. Anyway, we're moving on. Okay. So we really want to test, okay, first of all, we're getting our arm back here, but we don't have an opportunity to do our heel trick like we just did. And yeah, it's not a gem either. So like maybe there's an argument to be made that we shouldn't use the arm in this room. Well, hang on, no. We should use the arm again in this room because we don't have another way of getting this treasure. I guess this is pretty likely to have a grab at this point. Maybe I should just should I just step up and shoot this down? But the thing is, this still hasn't been tested for niche treasure. And I'm gonna laugh every time I say that. It just sounds so weird to me. Yeah. So I don't know. Like maybe it would be decent to like shoot this down from this spot. Well, that's maybe forgetting the half of the reason why I'm shooting it from there. I was thinking it might be good to forget this and like give more chances at something good being on this wand, but the reason I'm shooting it from there is to maybe grab this treasure, and like, so if I'm forgetting that, then maybe it's kind of interfering. One of the reasons why I would shoot it from here is interfering with the other reason why I would shoot it from here. So that's kind of bad, maybe. So yeah, I don't know. I think I want to test this for niche treasure. So I think I want to grab the treasure with my arm here. And I guess I'm wondering if there's going to be a way to test this for grab while also testing it for niche treasure, but it doesn't feel like it. I'm not seeing how that would happen. Well, I guess I could build a wall here. If I stand up here and shoot this wand to the right, then I'm building a wall here and testing this for... I am testing this for niche treasure, but then that also might break this wall. Not super likely though. Anyway, yeah, if I did that, then I could come back down here and shoot this upward and test for grab on this wand while also testing for niche treasure. That's an interesting idea, at least. Regardless what I'm leaning towards right now, since I don't see great setups, like I don't see great setups for like great shots immediately here. Like I kind of am thinking like maybe I just have to waste this and not get great tests with it. Well, I don't know. I guess if I step left and shoot this up, I'm I'm getting good tests. Well, I guess what I would do is step left, punch twice, and then this lizard is maybe on me. And probably these enemies are pretty spaced out from me. Probably the ghost is going up that way at least a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. So maybe this is not bad. Step left, punch twice, and then either punch this shrimp that's on me or shoot up at this lizard. And it's testing. This will be testing. It will be killing the lizard, and it will be testing for Wand Refresh and Niche Treasure, which haven't been tested for. So that's pretty good. And I don't know. Then we've got other enemies to deal with still. I don't know how I'm dealing with these two, but maybe I can get this ghost into a corner or something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Punch the shrimp. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The ghost will be off parity with me, which is awkward. I think I am going to want to test this for Pillar Treasure because we can get it would be a double if it did have Pillar Treasure. I think I'd rather test this for Pillar Treasure than Niche Treasure because I can test if it's Pillar Treasure, we can get a double here by standing here and shooting to the right. We would get a treasure off of this pillar that we make, and then we would get another treasure off of that. Maybe we'll want to kill the ghost that way. I guess what I started to say that I wanted to do is use this, go ahead and grab the treasure. That's 2 turns. So now this lizard is on us. But maybe we have like mushrooms to get a huge... I guess it wouldn't be that big. We don't have any upgrades on the mushrooms. But, I mean, if we got mushrooms there, or cape, I guess, we're kind of set up to clear the room pretty easily. And we probably want to use our artifacts earlier rather than later. I mean, we definitely want to get to this horror specs and use it sometime soon. It's definitely becoming less valuable the more, you generally want to use the horror specs earlier in the Jogo before you discover everything that you care about. So yeah, maybe we should be trying to... Now I am kind of wishing I had used this trash can already in Zona 1. Yeah, I think what I want to do is this, but just how is that going to look? Like, this guy's going to get on me. This ghost is probably going to be right behind him. So I'm going to use the arm, probably start punching. I mean, if I have the cape, I can probably go ahead and like cape these 2 lizards, I guess. But if I have the horror specs, I probably need to start punching. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now one of these enemies is on me here. The ghost is spaced out. I think it works out nicely enough. I guess maybe the other of these enemies... Well, one of these enemies is getting spaced out because it's not moving next turn, right? One of these enemies is stepping out to here and blocking the other one. I think this works out nicely, and... Yeah, I think we can still get kind of like maximum treasure testing in here if the artifact ordering works out nicely for us. And we want to use our heart specs earlier rather than later. We're at full health. I don't know. I think it makes sense to do this. Okay, the shrimp is coming first, which I maybe is good. Yeah. Okay, we did get the horror specs. So punch the shrimp. That's 3 turns. This ghost will be on us then. The ghost will be on us and this lizard will be on us, maybe. Maybe. Probably not, actually. But let's say, what if I use the horror specs now? This is starting to look less good. Wait, I thought this ghost was not going to be on us. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. How did I get this wrong? I don't know. Punch, punch, punch. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this ghost is on us, and then like maybe this lizard is also like one space away from the ghost. So maybe I'm gonna be like using the horror specs when the ghost is on me, and then, ew, this turned out so much worse than I expected. But still, I think I want to commit to my punching. I mean, where is this lizard going to end up in 3 turns? Because I might want to push this ghost if I can. But 1, 2... I mean, it's competing for a lizard for that spot. I think this lizard is going to be here or here, which is really bad for me. But maybe... I'm just wondering, do I want to go ahead and horror specs right now? It's not... It doesn't work out nicely, even if I get the cape next, like... Do I just want to go ahead and do this? This could have a side hit. But we know it doesn't have a corner bounce, and like, we really want to test this for other things. This hasn't been tested for anything else. Oh, I didn't think about this. I got rid of my... Whoops. We had a niche here, and now we no longer have a niche here because I grabbed the treasure. So my way of testing this wand that I wanted to do is not actually real. I think the other direction was better. I think stepping left was actually totally better. In hindsight, it's definitely better, but I think even without hindsight, that getting rid of that wall changed it. Or maybe even without the wall, it was better to do what I was planning, because getting stuck in this corner here is like, I don't want to shoot any of my wands. It's very awkward. Okay, where do we expect this lizard to be in 3 turns? I guess another thing we could think about is punch twice and then step left. Take a hit from that ghost. So 1, 2, 3 to step left. 1, 2. The lizard is going here because the ghost is going to be here, I think. Then we could like maybe get into a situation where we can use this nicely to get our kills off, or maybe we can just get into a corner over here and like, I don't know, man. I hate what I've done here. I mean, we could do this. We're just wasting a lot of testing potential no matter what we do here, I think. Okay, how much damage am I expecting to take? 1, 2, 3. I've taken 1 damage. I do this and take another damage. So I'm at 3 health. I have one of these 2 artifacts, though. I can just insta-kill the ghost with the mushrooms, and that will hit the lizard as well. I think it's probably going to hit that lizard as well. Could even hit this lizard as well. It could be that this ghost is lined up with this lizard and this lizard. That would be amazing. But also, we could like step up and get a good cape in on 2 enemies. I don't know. I think that's our best option. I'm willing to spend the health here. We've got a really strong wand or 2. I don't know. Well, we've got a really strong wand for sure. Okay, that lizard did step backwards, which is better, I think. I think this lizard is going to have a chance to step down here, which would be great. Okay. I guess maybe I want to go ahead and use the horror specs now. No. If I use the horror specs now, I'm taking a damage from the shrimp, and then this lizard could step down. It could step right though. It's more likely to step down though. I guess I'm just thinking if I get mushrooms, I would rather this lizard be here, but then I'm not killing the shrimp with my mushrooms. That's just bad. I'm just taking a bunch of damage from the shrimp for no reason if I use the horror specs now. So I think I want to do this. I think I want to punch this shrimp right now, even though it guarantees this lizard. No, it doesn't even guarantee it. This lizard could still step down, which would be amazing. Okay. So I think we want to identify something on this wand. Right, like I guess one thing to think about here is, should I step up? If I step up, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, like maybe I'm getting myself into a situation where I can use this, shoot this up, risk for getting this, but there's only 2 slots here. But that would, take care of one of the lizards maybe, and also, I mean, it would I would be taking at most 1 damage after that point, and only using one of my wands. But then again, I don't want to use this wand that can identify something. I would like to identify something else. Although there's not really a great place to identify. Like if all the enemies were gone, and now I'm thinking, okay, how do I want to use this to identify something while also testing for a treasure? I mean, this needs to be tested for buried treasure, niche treasure, and pillar treasure. But like, where can I stand to identify something and test any of those? The answer is nowhere, unless I build a wall, which I want to build a wall here. So I guess maybe I want to build a wall here now. Yeah. I can test for a charge attack there, or maybe test for break wall while getting a... No, I don't want that wall to break. So yeah, maybe I can stand up here and shoot this to the right. Get a charge attack test in. Charge attack would be nice here. Build a wall here so that then I can test this for a refresh and for niche treasure and for buried treasure. And then maybe this one is, well, this one's been tested for buried treasure, but this needs to be tested for niche treasure. But this one, maybe I want to like try to forget. This one, maybe I want to test from like here to try to forget this explode or something. Or maybe the shuffle. Maybe try to forget the shuffle. I don't know. Explode becomes better when you don't have shuffle. You can't directly shoot at something and explode it when you have the shuffle on it. It'll just send it away. Okay. If I step up here, this lizard is definitely stepping up and then it will definitely follow me in this way. So I think what I want to do is step up and then go back to the left here and shoot this in the middle. That seems right. I mean, what's the alternative? What is the play that is what's the play that could potentially save all of my wands? Because this option is keeping me at 4 health maybe, but it's using up one of the wands. So what's the option that keeps all of the wands? It is Also, how much have I moved around so far? Have I moved around at all? No, I don't think so. It's like using the horror specs right now. I guess there is the option of like use the horror specs right now, step left, and hope that this ghost moves up and I can shoot at a ghost and a lizard. This second lizard, and also like hit this other lizard through this wall. That is kind of a decent set of tests, but I think I would rather test this for buried treasure still. But yeah, use the horror specs, and then yeah, I mean, I'm taking multiple damage here if I go this route. Like I'm taking a damage immediately when I use this horror specs, and then I can cape this lizard and this ghost if I get the cape, or I can mushrooms this ghost and maybe this lizard. But then like I don't see how it works out nicely, and it could work out pretty poorly. Like I think getting the cape first is the worst option. Well, I don't know. I guess the real problem is it's using all of my artifacts here, and do I want to do that? I don't know. I have decided I'm using the horror specs on the right on wand 5 because first of all, we know nothing about it. It would be great to know like literally anything. But second of all, I don't really know what to test. Like nothing. It doesn't feel like there are great tests for it. Like feels like I've tested. Feels like I've done the high value tests. So, you know, a single identify is more valuable when testing is less valuable. Like if there's, there's still pretty high expected value from my next test of this wand. There's not high expected value from my next test of this wand, so that makes horror specs better on this wand. I could probably explain that better on a different day. Right now, I cannot. I don't know. The safer thing is definitely to step up and down and then use this. But also, like, I really don't want to forget this. Really don't want to forget that. But maybe there will be a way to dance into a position where I won't forget that. Probably not, though. 1, 2, 3 if I have the cape. Sorry. 1, step 2, punch 3. These two are dead. 1, 2, 3. Now this lizard's on parity with me, but maybe I can. It will have backed up, so like I'll be here and it'll be here. So I can step down, or here. So I can step down and step left and then probably shoot this up at that lizard, which I maybe want to do. Then I'm not getting the buried treasure test, but like I'm still getting. No, I'm not getting the corner treasure or the buried treasure, which I wanted to get. I guess maybe I could like get into a position where I can stand here and shoot to the right with this one, but oh man, I didn't think about this. If this had a forget on it, standing here would be really bad. Whereas standing up here, like I was also thinking might be good. That's still kind of bad. I don't want to forget my only way of breaking out the treasure. Oh man, but I guess I can still do it I can still stand there and shoot to the left. This is complicated. This is a complicated Jogo so far. So also I haven't really thought about this, but like how am I gonna what am I gonna refresh? Because I guess I could refresh. I could make 2 walls if I needed to, but more likely I want to refresh this, right? I mean, maybe I'm just going to want to refresh. Like, I think I want to refresh this also because it puts the door in a really good spot. I guess if I do this and it's bad, I can still step left and maybe not. Step left and get in a good spot to use this. I don't know. I think the lizard will likely be on me down on my right in that case. Should I be thinking about just like shooting this wand at this ghost? I think this actually this actually seems good. This has such a high probability of this has been tested in so many ways that it feels, I don't know, it hasn't been tested in that many ways. I mean, it could, there's still a decent amount of stuff that could be on it, but compared to a typical shot, like this has a pretty high chance of having a ghost friend or a corpse kill. I guess it's just those two though. I was thinking there was one more. I mean, there is getting stuck on the left wall, which actually maybe would help here, I guess. I guess that actually does kind of help here, because like I take my damage, right? But then I punch, and then this lizard is spaced out for me, and I can use my horror specs. And then I guess I am taking another damage though. I'm expecting if I'm doing something other than step up, step down, go to the left and use this. If I'm doing something other than that, I'm expecting to take 2 damage here. So I guess my question is, am I okay taking 2 damage here? And my answer is yes. You're taking 2 damage, but also using up all my artifacts. Like, is it worth using all my artifacts here? I think maybe I like this though. But also, if I'm using my horror specs on this wand, if I want to use my horror specs on this wand, then I don't really want to use up this wand before using the horror specs. I'd rather get the knowledge and then potentially want to use this wand differently because of that knowledge. I don't know. These other options just don't seem very good. These options where I'm where I'm going down to 2 health and using up all my artifacts, like it doesn't seem like I'm getting that much value out of spending that 2 health. And it's possible still that I need that health, that I can use that health in future zonas. And also, I don't have any frog kills discovered. I don't really have any way of dealing with higher health enemies, right? Like right now, this wand is my only way of dealing with higher health enemies. So, first of all, that's not great, and I'm maybe expecting to take some damage in future zonas because of that. Because I only have one wand that helps with high health enemies. Or like one wand that like can instantly kill an enemy, basically. A 3 or more health enemy. But second of all, I'm going to want to use this wand offensively unless I discover something else that's great on one of these other wands. And by the way, we know that this doesn't have frog kill already. Unless something else is discovered on one of my other wands, this is I'm kind of already locked into using this offensively and not for treasure in zona 3, 4, maybe 5. Um, so it's maybe not that bad that I'm missing out on discovering treasure for this wand. You know, if there is treasure on this wand, it's maybe not that bad that I'm missing out on discovering it here because I'm probably not going to get to use it for treasure. Like if this is, yeah, I don't know. Or if I am going to get to use it for treasure, it's going to be because I have some nice setup where I can use it for damage and test it for treasure anyway, which I would do even if I didn't know. Like, if I have a way of doing damage with this while shooting it into a niche, then I'm doing that even if I'm doing that whether I know there's niche treasure on it or not. Anyway, I think I've convinced myself I'm doing this. Nice. Now, is there a way that I can avoid the chance of forgetting something here? I feel like, well, maybe I should just be stepping left here and identifying, actually. This is also maybe giving myself a charge attack. Like, shooting this up here is doing more damage, right? But if I step left and then shoot to the right, there's a pretty good chance this lizard goes down. Like, if this lizard moves before this ghost, it steps down no matter what. So at least a 50% chance that it steps down. If it moves after the ghost, yeah, it's not moving down. But yeah, 50% chance that this lizard moves down, and then I'm shooting this through. I'm killing this ghost, killing this lizard, getting a test at a corpse kill test. I think corpse kill can be above double damage, maybe. Not exactly sure. I'm actually, I should be thinking about this. Does double damage prevent? It probably prevents stuff below it, I would guess. I would guess it prevents like it would be weird to have a gem kill after a double damage, right? I guess it would be weird to have a gem kill before a double damage. I mean, first of all, we know we don't have a gem kill. We had a gem when we shot this. But I guess it's still good to think about because I haven't thought about this before. Surely the game would not put gem kill above double damage because that's kind of like ripping you off. Like, it feels really bad to spend a gem when you would rather not spend a gem, and this is completely useless if you have gems, right? Like, if there's a gem kill up here, why am I blocking my mouse cursor with this wand? If there's gem kill right here, right, then any enemy that's more than 1 health dies to the gem kill as long as you have a gem. So if you have a gem, this wand would essentially be an X. It would never do the double damage. It would be an X that only works on enemies that are at exactly 1 health. Like, that is terrible. So I feel like gem kill probably blocks this. But and I know gem kill blocks a lot of stuff below it. But does this block, does that block? I guess it likely blocks lizard kill below it. I wonder if lizard kill above blocks this, though. I will definitely be on the lookout. I'll definitely look at what these are going to be because I'm curious. But so yeah, what if I step left here and this lizard goes the bad way? Well, I can step back again and then step right to stall. If I step back, then maybe this lizard steps here. But then maybe I'm forgetting this. If I want to cast this from here, I can step up. What if I go 1, 2, 3? I wouldn't be learning anything here, but as a backup plan, maybe it's fine. I mean, it's kind of hard for this lizard to get in position directly under this, and like this other lizard's going to be on me up here. I think I might want to just go ahead and do this, but this is such a better shot if I step to the left and get. Okay, what happens if I step to the left, shoot this to the right, and then Step to left and shoot this to the right. I don't get a charge attack or anything. And then this lizard is on me. I probably just want to punch it, and then I want to get over here and try to shoot this up at this lizard. No, that's not true. I don't want to... I want to test this for buried treasure and corner treasure up here. Also, the longer I spend going over here and trying to set up something better, the more likely it is that the frog is going to get in my... The chase frog is going to get in my way. Yeah. I think I'm. It's very tempting to do this from here, but a forget would be very bad right now in this spot. I don't know, 50-50 if I step left for it to be very nice. I guess I should think a little bit more about what it would look like if I stepped left twice. I guess forgetting this refresh is bad, but maybe not as bad as forgetting this, or, well, it's hard to say, but it's at least, if I end up having to forget this if I end up forgetting this refresh, I can at least feel like I tried, right? I stepped left and I tried to set up a situation where I didn't forget any of these valuable spells, and I just was unable to because the enemies moved the wrong way, and I ended up having to shoot from there. There's also like I could back up all the way into this corner and like punch this ghost when this lizard is behind it. And then I don't know. I don't really like that. This is a very tough decision for me. I guess one thing I could think about is like, if I step left, it'll be good to step up then. Like, step left, and if this lizard is somewhere else, if this lizard is, I guess, here was the other option. Wait. If this lizard moves before this ghost, it moves here. If it moves after the ghost, it probably moves here, but it could also still move here if this lizard moves before this lizard. So it's actually a slightly greater than 50% chance that this lizard moves down, I believe. Anyway, I could step up, I could step left and then step up, and that'll give this lizard a chance to space out. And if it spaces out from the ghost, then first of all, maybe I could step down and get my shot to the right again. But also, like, I could maybe just shoot this down at this ghost to get a heal test. This is testing something by shooting it at the ghost, by the way. It's testing for ghost friend or whatever. But yeah, I'm getting a heal test. I guess getting a snipe test as well. And I am discovering something on this wand. And then maybe I just have to do something stupid with one of my other wands or something. I don't know. It feels worth trying for this. What in tarnation happened here? Okay. Right. Okay, so wait. This ghost was here, right? I guess this ghost was here and this lizard was here. For some reason, I already don't remember where this ghost was. But yeah, this ghost was here and this lizard was here. That's right. This lizard was here. So because this lizard moved first, this path was not blocked, and this is a slightly shorter path, I guess. Or wait. This is an equidistant path. From here to me, I think it's equidistant both of these ways. Or no, he would have to go 2 up out. Yeah, he would go 2 spaces away from me that way, and he only has to go 1 space away from me this way. Okay, so that was actually a possibility if this lizard moves first. That's really something. Okay, well, now I feel like I should definitely step up because then, I mean, this lizard is going to go back to the left here, right? I mean, maybe not. I guess this lizard wants to step up here. And if this lizard goes first, yeah, this lizard is definitely coming around this way at this point. So if I step up and then down and then like left and right, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe I can get into a situation where I'm shooting this up from here at this ghost and this lizard, but then 1, 2, 3, 4, this lizard is also on me. Or wait. 1, 2. I could maybe be shooting at this ghost and this lizard. I could be maybe shooting at this lizard to the right, like I was originally planning. I don't know. I'm stepping up. I feel I don't. Maybe I'm getting a little bit impatient, but I don't see the option that's better than stepping up here. Stepping up seems to have a few different good possibilities that we could maybe get into here. Like if I step left, I guess left and up are essentially the same here. But well, hang on. If I step up and then I step back down, then the ghost has a possibility of going that way. If I step left and then I step back here, then the ghost has a possibility of going up. It doesn't have a possibility of going left. I'd rather the ghost go up, I think, right? The reason I didn't want to step left originally is because I didn't want to end up using this or possibly forgetting this. But now that I'm certain that this lizard is not going to be on top of me. If I go left and then right, I know that I can step back to the right safely after stepping left here because this lizard we know is moving up. So I'm stepping left. What? Oh, I'm doing such a bad job with the I'm doing such a bad job with the enemy movement. Okay. Okay, I'm doing such a bad job with the enemy movement options. the ghost was here. This lizard was here. The ghost stepped left first, and so it blocked the path all the way around. Like it blocked. I was thinking this lizard definitely wants to go all the way around, but yeah, if the ghost moves first, it blocks the path to me either way. Man, I'm gonna blame this on not having played the game for a few weeks, but I'm definitely making some silly mistakes today, but that's fine. Okay, I guess at this point, like I could step up and then maybe punch this ghost, but then like what am I getting out of that really? And if I don't get to punch the ghost, if I have to step back down, then I'm like in the same position again. I don't know. I think it's time to commit to this. Okay. No forget. And we got a really nice miracle. Okay, that is really good. And unfortunately now I'm starting to worry about the chase frog because I did a little bit of dancing around over here. 1, 2, 3. I've only done 4 steps, I think. I think that's true. Did I step up and down? No. And I've done 1 cast and I've done 2. So yeah, I'm not sure if I have time to like go all the way up into this corner, shoot this to the left, get back down here, shoot this up, use my horror specs. Like there's a lot of stuff I want to do here. I mean, I can save picking up the key at least. I can save picking up the key for like when I'm on the way out, I can kind of do a little loop around here with the frog on me. But let's say I've moved 4 turns, done 2 of those, done one cast. So that's 7. I've done 7 moves plus I think I punched 1 shrimp. So I think I've done 8 moves. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Shoot this. 17. Was that 17? 17, 18, 19, 20. I guess horror specs 21, 22, 23. Maybe like refresh this 24. I don't know. I have some time. I think I kind of want to refresh this though, but there's no really great way to do that. I don't think. It would be great to refresh this so that I can use it up here, and then I can also use it, get this great double pillar treasure test in. I don't know, is the double pillar treasure test more the thing about the double pillar treasure test is it's maybe forgetting this. So I think if I'm going to do that, then I want to test this for forget up here, but forgetting that is also terrible. I don't think I want to forget either of those things. So I think I want to refresh this wand maybe and just get an extra identify. I don't know. Maybe I'll just refresh this and test it for pillar treasure or something. Maybe I should go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do this, and maybe that will inform my decisions. The thing about this wand is it could have forget, right? Yeah, it could have forget. So like if I discover pillar treasure on this, I'm not going to want to cast it from there. Like it's pretty high chance actually of having forget. So I don't want to cast it from there. So that's just kind of awkward. I don't know, but I think it makes sense to go ahead and discover something here. I think the bottom spot is the most likely to have something treasure related. Although maybe I'd rather discover forget. I don't know. If I discover a forget, then I would maybe like shoot it from here. That would be interesting. I guess it would be good to discover some more offensive stuff right now as well. Like that would, I certainly would not complain if I discovered like a chicken kill or something right now, or even like a slingshot. But I think we've already tested this for gem kill, frog kill. Is that it? As far as like killing big enemies, it hasn't been tested for like snipe or corpse kill. Okay. I don't know. I think it makes sense to use this like this, but maybe there's a better way that someone can tell me. I don't know why I'm hesitating so much. Okay. Well, that would have maybe been helpful in a for an option that I was planning from when I was standing over here. Anyway, should I try to forget this? How do I want? Does that change how I want to use this wand at all? I don't really think so. I think I'm probably gonna want to test this for forget and niche treasure. Standing up here. But that is not really an option with the chase frog, I think. Do I want to try to damage the chase frog with this? There's not really a good way to do that. I don't know. I think I probably just want to test this in this spot. Same as how I'm testing this. Well, yeah, I mean this has been tested on a pillar. So I guess I wouldn't feel too bad about forgetting this lizard kill at this point. That's interesting. I might want to forget the lizard kill. Or at least I wouldn't mind standing there to test for forget. Like, mostly I want to test for forget. Um, it's not like the greatest thing to forget this lizard kill, maybe, but we're past most of the lizard threat in the run at this point, or in the Jogo. At this point, the threat becomes more about frogs and stuff, and like especially with this, we are not too worried about lizards, but we're more worried about frogs and chickens. So yeah, maybe I don't mind testing this for forget while testing it in this spot. So maybe I'm going up here, shooting this to the left, getting a niche treasure test in there, hopefully not breaking this wall. I really don't think it's worth testing this one from here. That doesn't seem wise to potentially forget our one way of getting keys, which we're on our way to having 5 keys here. So I don't think I want to risk that. Okay, so I'm going up here, getting one niche treasure test in and a buried treasure test. And then stepping back down to here, testing this upward, which I guess we're also getting our forget test in there, right? Or did we already test this for forget? It seems like in Zona 1, I stood here and point blank shot this at a lizard, right? So I guess I was already, I could have forgotten this in Zona 1. Is that right? No. I hadn't, this wand hadn't been used yet. Yeah. So this wand has been tested for identify, but not forget. So yeah, I think I want to test this one for forget after you doing this one, because, well, if we do this one first, then if we do this one first and it doesn't have forget, then I don't think it really mattered. We can just go ahead and immediately do this. I guess there's the possibility that this has wand refresh, and then we're getting another charge of this, and then that makes things complicated. But if we do forget this lizard kill spell with the first of these 2 wands that we use, I think we would rather it have been this one, because then we're maybe discovering whatever replaced it, or discovering one of these other abilities farther down on the wand, and then we can use this accordingly to maybe forget one of those abilities. Whereas if we use this first and it forgets this lizard kill spell, then we're just not getting a forget test on this wand. So I think that makes sense. And then we'll use this to get more treasure if we find some treasure on one of these wands, or we'll use it to identify something maybe. I guess it's just a real shame that we can't refresh this and get our double pillar treasure test in without risking forgetting this. I guess maybe, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what we want to do with the wand refresh after we do all this other stuff. Can this explode me? It can indeed. Can this explode me? I think it can. No. We have 2 explodes here. Maximum of 2 explodes on a set of wands. Okay, frog coming a little bit sooner than I thought. I might have miscounted there, but I don't think it changes what I want to do here. This could teleport me up, which would not be great, but I can probably get into a position where like I can shuffle the frog around and well, I don't know. It might be awkward, but I don't know. I think I want to do this. Okay, interesting. I guess I didn't think about this before, but I should be shooting this down, right? I should be shooting this down because we can get a heal test, and it's still looping around and testing for the corner treasure. But do I want to stall for a turn by shooting this up and give this frog a chance to step down here? Because then we're well, either way the frog goes. Either way the frog goes, we're getting something here. We're either getting a corpse kill test there, or we're getting a through walls hit. But the problem is then the frog is one space away from us and we're taking damage. And I don't think we want that. So I think we want to go ahead and shoot this down. This is also maybe starting to become annoying. I mean, maybe I should go ahead and refresh this. 1, 2, 3. The frog is then on me. But then I can shoot this at the frog and... Well, I could shoot this at the frog. Like I could probably guarantee no damage here by dancing around here, like getting here, refreshing this wand, and then getting into a position where I can use this on this wand to get this charge, to move a charge from this wand to this wand, which I can still reuse that charge, and shuffle the frog away from me. And then when the frog's away from me, I can find a way to like shoot this at the frog, not from point blank range, and get it down to 1 health and then punch it. Like it seems like if I go ahead and step down and left, I can figure out a way to not take any damage here, which might be good. But is there more value that I'm getting here by going ahead and doing this is the question. I guess either way, like, still, if I do this, it's really the same, right? If I do this, it's not really any different. Because I don't want to use this wand any other way. Or no. No, yeah. I go ahead and use this wand, and then I step down, and then I get into a position where I can use this from the middle column while hitting the frog, shuffle the frog to somewhere else while refreshing this wand, and then I can, from there I can figure out a way to kill the frog. But is that maybe like taking longer or something? I don't really think so. I don't know. This seems fine. Okay, we didn't get any of our our useful tests here. I guess a question here is, what's the best way, what maximizes my chances of killing this frog as quickly as possible? Like if I step down, left, down, if the frog moves the right way twice, then I am where I wanted to be. But also, I'm not too worried about this. I could be forgetting my earthquake here, which would be bad, but not the chances of it are pretty low. Well, I think a lot of things can't happen after that, right? So maybe the chance is actually pretty high. But I don't know. Forgetting the earthquake, when this one does have 2 other really good spells on it that are kind of more important than the earthquake even. Like the mirror makes it so that you probably want to shoot it at a high health enemy, and this also makes it so you want to shoot it at a high health enemy. So like probably you can shoot it at a high health enemy while also going through the middle of the screen and get the earthquake also. But maybe you can't. Maybe it's better to just shoot it at an enemy. I don't know. The earthquake is a little bit less valuable because these 2 things are on there is what I'm saying. And we also have 2 artifacts, 2 like offensive artifacts left. I mean, the cape could definitely be considered a defensive artifact, but you can use it offensively and save some wand usage. Anyway, I guess maybe I should be thinking that I might just want to like loop all the way around here so that I can go ahead and grab this key and then also shoot this up at the frog without risking a bad forget down here. I do really want this door to be there, so we know that this doesn't have forget at this point. This has been very tricky. Yeah, I don't know. I think we just want to start trying to get into a position here, and I think down and left. I don't see why I would go right here. Okay, very tempting to go ahead and shoot this now, although it could have a forget. But I could also go all the way around. So let's see. This frog, the shadow was there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. When the frog is here, I would shoot this up. So that was what, 14? So shoot it up, and that would be 15. I would have 5 more turns after that, and until this frog came in. So I would have time to kill this frog and get out. So I think maybe I should go ahead and go all the way around. That's also, like, shuffling the key right now is potentially very annoying. If I shuffle the key to there, that's bad. So, yeah. Now, maybe there's an argument to be made that I should try to forget this mirror here, but I'm not exploding myself when I'm already down to 3 health. Okay. I would really like it if the frog were like directly like 1 space away from me right now. I'm thinking about stepping right, killing a turn with this wand. I mean, how am I going to end up using this wand? Like, maybe I just want to... shoot this down. No. I guess I could... I mean, I could step right and shoot this to the left and discover something there. And then stall. But no, that's... One interesting thing is, like, maybe I could... Maybe I could get a frog kill test in on with this wand. A frog kill on this wand would be pretty great right now. We don't really have... Well, this wand is kind of weird. We're probably going to want to use it to break walls, but it also has a refresh, but we don't have anything great to refresh in terms of treasure right now. This is this going to be the longest episode so far? Yeah. Okay. I don't know. I think what's the worst that can happen if I step right and then shoot this up? Well, that frog is going to be there. Is the worst thing that can happen. The better thing that can happen is it's there, and I shoot this down and get a corpse kill test and get a heal test and discover something here. But if it goes there, then I have to like step right. And then it could go there, right? Like, I could be getting myself into a situation where I'm like stuck dancing here until the other chase frog comes out, and then that's potentially very annoying. But if I don't stall a turn, then I don't know what else I'm doing. Like, just wasting this here and then like getting out. Like, what? Maybe testing this for a charge attack and then getting out. That seems pretty bad. It would be nice to get 2 extra identify. Like, get this identify with a good test and also then refresh it and get another one, or maybe refresh something else to get... I mean, this has actually kind of been tested on everything, tested for everything at this point. I mean, we haven't really been thinking about... No. This got tested for dupes and transforms. I don't think any of these things can have dupes and transforms. Or no, this could still have dupe and transform. I mean, dupes and transforms aren't that valuable when we don't have ways of spawning in extra treasures, but they're still valuable. Like, you know, duping a key would still be good in the next... In Zona 3, if we can dupe the key, we could potentially start checking for the secret room already, which would be great. I don't know. I can always stall an extra turn and then like take 1 damage here and get out guaranteed. I think I want to do this. hopefully the frog. Sorry. Oh, let me drink some water. Okay. The frog did step the good way. So yeah, I think we just want to do that. That seems like a lot of good tests. Okay. We got a pretty useless ghost spell. Yeah, I think we just want to punch, and then I mean, this next frog is coming pretty soon, so we don't really have time to do anything fancy with like getting crazy tests in on these other wands or anything. Also, you know, I was thinking I didn't want to use this wand from here because it would potentially be forgetting this earthquake, and now I especially don't want to do that, use it from here because it would be exploding me. So maybe I just want to get my last identify in here. And I guess identifying this center tile is starting to be pretty valuable because most of the treasure possibilities on these other wands are tested for. Like, I don't think this can have anything treasure related except Dorado. And if it does have Dorado, it's probably not going to be that great because it doesn't have a frog kill on it. So what is it going to have, like a slingshot? I mean, that could potentially help, but like, that's two things that we need to discover to know how to use that. So, you know, one identify is not helping us that much there. We're not too upset about using an identify here, I'm pretty sure. This still needs to be tested for pillar treasure, but like, there's either a good opportunity for that or there's not. So yeah, I don't think we mind using this in this way, and then also getting a charge attack. No, we're not getting a charge attack test. So we want to. No, we've already tested it for heal. We're not getting a charge attack test because we're identifying this no matter what. But if it is charge attack, we want to get it immediately. So we should shoot it to the right. Okay. Through walls is interesting and good to know. Yeah, we're glad that we know about that. And okay, so let's remind ourselves really quickly. This was shot into this corner. Okay, we don't need to remind ourselves about this. This was used to make this wall here. This was shot up from here to try to forget the lizard spell. Or no, it was shot down. So we did test that for heal. This was shot up from here. It was also shot up from like here and here. But yeah, not much that could be on this at this point. And then this, we shot this at a frog. But wait, that can't have a frog kill there. I'm starting to feel like this probably has a forget on it, maybe. Because what else could it be, actually? It could be getting stuck on the left wall. I guess it could be a heal or a charge attack. I don't know. Let's keep it moving. Well, that's unfortunate. Unfortunate that we don't have a good way of getting our our wand. We know that this is like an offensive only wand. Like we know that this is not helping us with treasure. So we really want to just kind of fire it through the middle at this point. Like we really wanted like a way to just fire this up immediately. We wanted for there not to be a wall here is really the only thing that we were hoping for, that we were asking for here. And unfortunately we got a wall here. So there's really not a great way to get this off easily. So we're maybe thinking about using our cape here. You know, this frog and shrimp are on the same parity and on a good parity with us. So like stepping up and then right and then up and then right, then we're maybe able to like use the cape on the frog and the shrimp and not take any damage. I mean, maybe the lizard will be right behind the shrimp and we'll end up taking a damage while punching the frog or something. But maybe we can step up and get this off right after. Or no, we're probably taking damage from the lizard then also. I don't know. I'm I'm not doing anything other than stepping right here. So, well, maybe there's some argument to be made about this. No. What? I mean, this wand seems just so terrible at this point. But I guess I would rather like shoot it at a lizard. Like it hasn't been shot at a lizard, and like maybe it still has Dorado plus lizard kill or something like that. So I guess I'd rather save it for that. It also hasn't been shot to the right. It could have a charge attack. Well, it's been shot to the right, but at a wall. It hasn't been hit the right wall. Maybe this is another case where another thing where I should change the way that I describe things. Like I should change my words for things, because I call these walls, but I also call these walls. I say the right wall or the top or the left wall. I guess I call these walls, and I call these the top and the bottom, or the ceiling and the floor. I don't know, man. I don't mind like calling things different things. I don't mind like changing the way I say things from one episode to the next, or from one moment to the next even, but I would maybe prefer to I'm a little more hesitant to call two different things the same thing. That just seems unnecessarily confusing. So I'd rather not like do the corner, call two different things a corner, or call two different things a wall. So maybe I should call these the edge of the screen, or the border, or something like that. Anyway, yeah, I mean I guess I don't know. We're stepping right here. And now I guess which ones are going to be refreshable? I guess we're going to get a chance to test for pillar treasure here by standing here and shooting to the left without, get that test for pillar treasure without exploding ourselves. Yeah, I think I just want to use the cape here. Like step up, step right. And this lizard will definitely be spaced out. I'm pretty sure this lizard will be up here or something. And then I can step up and maybe get into a situation. Well, I'm going to be on bad parity with this ghost though, actually. Or no, I'm going to be on good parity with the ghost. Wait. No, hang on. Up, right, punch. Well, maybe this frog steps right and blocks this shrimp, and then I step left and like fight the ghost or something. Or maybe I get into a position where I don't know. I think it just makes sense to start moving and see what happens. Yeah, okay. So I think we definitely want to step left here. And now I think I want to step up, because I'm getting into this spot where I can use my cape and keep the door where it is, which is where I mean, the door here is better than the door here, at least. It's not the best door position ever, but it's fine. It's not even a big deal in this case. As the biggest most important thing right now is that the door is in the middle, right? It's giving us a straight shot to the middle of the room where we can earthquake. If there were an ability in one of these four spots, this spot, this spot, this spot, or this spot, if there were a spell we hadn't identified yet in any of those spots, then we would maybe prefer to put the door in a spot where we would enter and immediately be able to identify this while also using the earthquake, identify that spell while also using the earthquake. But that's not the case. We have those four spells identified, so we probably don't care very much whether the door is here or here or here or here, but we would prefer it to be here over here. So we want to step up before we use the cape, and that's fine. Like we're just setting ourselves up to shoot this immediately after. Not getting the identify use here, but we're getting out of this with no damage taken. Actually, we might end up being able to identify something here. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't really see a good way to guarantee being able to use this for the identify. I think we have to use this offensively, which is fine. Okay. Now, both of those lizards should step away from me, but I don't think it matters in this case. We just shoot this left and the game is solved. Although, actually, this lizard could step down, which would be weird. But, yeah, I think this is fine. That... that is really interesting. I was not aware of that. That is bizarre. Okay. So if the cape door upgrade, if you have the cape door upgrade and the place where its first pick for where to move the door is taken, if the door is already in its first choice position, it will still move it. It will move it to its second best choice position. That is very surprising to me. Yeah, I didn't even consider the possibility. I never considered the possibility that it worked like that. That's pretty funny. Okay. Well, I don't really think that changes what we're doing here. By the way, we have another treasure that we're unable to break into, which is annoying. But this still has not been tested for grab. So I think we kind of have to, especially because this has been tested for all other treasure related stuff, like all treasure spawning stuff except Dorado. So I think we just really want to shoot this down from over here or something. It would be nice if we could shoot that through a lizard as well somehow, but like I did kind of want to test this on a lizard or maybe on the right wall as well, but I don't see a great way of testing on a lizard without taking damage. So I think we have to hope for this to let us grab the key. And yeah, we're probably gonna use this from over here. What else? I guess we're moving this door when we use this, huh? Maybe we're not using this. Maybe we're testing this for carrying an extra charge. I've been getting a lot of earthquakes in this run, haven't I? I feel like I've gotten an earthquake almost every Jogo, and yet somehow I've still had some of the hardest Jogos ever. Anyway, yeah, maybe I'm refreshing this. Oh, I guess refreshing this is better than, I mean, it's putting the door in the corner, which I don't like, but maybe, I don't know. I still don't have a great way to test on a lizard here. Like what if I'm committing to refreshing this, I guess what I would probably want to do is punch this frog right now and then just shoot this lizard. And then use this. So I'm not taking damage there. I'm getting this extra lizard kill test in, which is something, I guess. And a mirror kill test. Okay, so it's getting 2 tests in. And a mirror kill would be good to know for sure. Yeah, so am I okay with putting the door there in the corner going into zone of 4? I don't know. Zone of 4 is kind of maze-like often, and it might be awkward getting to the middle from there. But I don't know. I've got these mushrooms still. Got pretty good stuff going on here. I think I probably don't mind putting the door there. Or I could maybe move the door again by refreshing it with this. Wait. Why am I thinking about using this refresh? Why don't I just use this refresh? I'm not going to want to refresh this, am I? I'm just going to use this refresh on this. Okay, this makes sense, right? I feel like I'm maybe reconsidering this too quickly, and I must be forgetting something. I don't know. I think this makes sense. Okay, nice. And now, interestingly, now we have to shoot this to the right, which we were going to shoot it to the... I was thinking I was for sure going to shoot it to the left, but yeah, now we're shooting this to the right, but that's whatever. That's fine. I guess maybe I should be thinking about doing this or something. I would then get to identify something. So the advantage to doing this right now is, well, I guess it also tests for a charge attack here, right? But main advantage to doing this right now is I get to use this to identify something, which I don't know. It would be nice to identify one of these two spots. But the main advantage to doing this right now is I get to use this wand to potentially grab this treasure without moving the door. Do I care that much about moving the door? I might not care that much. I've got two lizard kill... Well, I've got this lizard kill wand now that, like... I mean, what am I going to use this for other than lizard kill? I guess grabbing the treasure if we end up discovering that. But I don't know. I feel pretty good offensively, and I've got the mushrooms. I think I might do this. Shoot this. Step right. Refresh this by moving the door. Step down. Use this to get my pillar treasure test in. Also, then oh, that's nice. I've got something to forget here because this still hasn't been tested for forget. Got something to forget there now, and then going over here and shooting this refreshed one down to grab that, and then I guess I could discover something here. I'll discover something either here or here. I'll identify something either here or here, depending on how all that stuff goes and how my wands look. I think that makes sense. Seems good. Okay, didn't get a charge attack. Did we test this for forget? We didn't, and we decided that this is pretty likely to have forget at this point. So maybe I should go all the way down to this spot to try to forget this. How much time do I have? I feel like I have a lot of time. Okay, no forget. Interesting. Okay, we're doing this. We did get a pillar treasure. Okay. Got a pillar treasure and a kick. For some reason, I wanted to call that kick right then. A time warp. We're kicking it to the next zone. Okay, well, we're definitely identifying something over here now. Right? I mean, we could identify something here, but I think it's better to identify something here. I mean, yeah, I mean, wands that can refresh, you probably just want to... I mean, the fact that we have two refresh wands makes it extra valuable to discover any spell on any other wand, right? Because we can potentially use it multiple times. Also, this is the column that we're going to be in entering Zone of 4, so like... This is the wand that we're going to get to refresh easily. We will have an easy opportunity to refresh that wand. So yeah, I'm going to want to identify something there. But first I'm going to use it because this is how I want to use it no matter what. What would I like to forget here? I guess I'd like to forget the time warp maybe. I mean, does the time warp help me somehow here? I don't really think so. This doesn't really feel that helpful either. I don't know. None of this feels that helpful. I guess if we... Is either of these changing the chances that we're discovering something great? I don't really think so. I don't think it matters very much. But I guess I'm going to forget the time warp because I just don't think it's doing anything for us. We don't have any dupes. Like if you have dupes, one possibility that I actually missed in a previous Jogo that somebody pointed out in the Bro Games Discord is that I mean this is a possibility that I'm aware of, but I do sometimes forget about it. If you have time warp, you can time warp stuff to the next zona just to set up extra dupes, right? Or like you can like dupe something. Like having time warp might change what you want to do, especially with regards to dupe. Like you might want to dupe something and then send both of those things, the original and the copy, into the next zona so that you can then dupe them again. Like in 2 zonas, you can go from having 1 key to having 4 keys. You can turn 1 key into 4 keys just from in two consecutive zonas, which is very powerful. And sometimes those 2 things that you warped will be aligned with something else that you can dupe also. So that's potentially very good. But like right now, I don't really see what the time warp is doing for us. Maybe I'm missing something, but I'm going to forget it. Okay, we didn't have a grab. So yeah, we're just moving here. Chase Frog's coming, but it should be easy to get him to follow me this way and then still have a turn to identify here. So like if I step down and right, yeah, he's 1 space away from me. So like, I mean, yeah, I do want him to come to the left though. I didn't think about the possibility that book identified this. If that book had identified this top slot, it might have been annoying. I think we had time though to like go all the way around. Although the frog is like blocking me. Anyway, but yeah, that might have been bad. Okay, good to know about the slingshot. Yeah, I don't know. Might not make great use of it, but I mean, from here we can kill a chicken from our current health with that. So okay, I think we at least considering just killing the lizards right now, but it would get me stuck, which is annoying. The fact that I guess we really want to save our refreshes for extra pillar treasures, I guess. One thing I'm strongly considering is stepping up twice and shooting this to the left, because well, how many pillar treasures can we even theoretically get here? Because the wall building makes it really annoying. We definitely can't have a forget at this point, right? Yeah, we would have found a forget. So we're stuck with this terrible wall. So, okay. Also, once again, we're unable to break out the treasure. Really, really killing me with that. This can't have a wraparound. Can this have a through walls? No, we would have discovered it with that, right? When did we discover that? Yeah. It wouldn't have a through walls. Yeah, we have no way of breaking out the treasure, unfortunately. We can kick this key into the next zona, but like, do we prefer that over getting the gem? Maybe. Do we leave the gem here? That's a pretty unusual thing to do, but the fact that this key plus the key from the next zona will give us a chance at the secret room after zona 5, which I feel like is the most common place for it to be, even though I might be wrong about that. But the fact of that possibility makes me feel like I should kick the key into the next room. And I mean, I don't know. I made a big argument last time about why keys are better than you think they are, better than you might think they are. So why? I mean, keys are a lot better than gems for sure. So why am I hesitant to do this? I don't know. I guess the one point is the 1 point is the 1 point from picking up both these things is making me feel like I shouldn't time warp this for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. And then, like, if I stand here and time warp this key, I still can refresh this one and use this pillar to get a treasure, and then refresh it again. So if I stand up here and shoot at that pillar, it'll make a wall there, and then I can go again and use it from here, I guess. Or maybe I can. There's nowhere else I can do it without getting exploded. Yeah, I can do it from there, and then hopefully I can just dance around the chase frog after that point. Maybe I should count my turns here because the chase frog is. I know the chase frog. I'm anticipating the chase frog being an issue, so maybe I should count my turns here. But yeah, I'm thinking about just stepping up twice to start because I'm gonna take a hit from this frog, but I would maybe like to set myself up to be at 2 health anyway, so I can use this on frogs in the next zona. Also, I just we know what's going on at this point. We've got mushrooms for the next zona if we need them. I'm not feeling too scared about going down to 2 health. And then this just kind of solves the room immediately, right? Like step up twice and then shoot this to the left. It kills both of the frogs. It kills that, and then these lizards are at 1 health. And I guess I have to do something to fix my parity with them, but or maybe I can just walk around to get to the other one that's going to be on parity with me. Yeah, I don't know. It looks good. I don't want to use my wander freshes right now, and I mean I could use this, but then I'm like stuck and feeling weird. So I think this is the way. I guess I can go ahead and do this, right? Oh, also 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm fine committing to this. Oh, by the way, wait. I don't need to worry about the chase frog. I have this. Although I could maybe figure out a better way to test this. If I don't test it on the chase frog, it's been tested for heal, it's been tested for. Wait, why didn't I shoot this to the right in the last zona? I think that was a misplay. Because I think that was testing it for charge attack. Did I just forget that this had this wrapper, or I just wasn't considering this wraparound? Man, I feel like I've made more careless mistakes in this in this Jogo than like the rest of the run combined so far. Anyway, or at least more than I've noticed. Maybe I'm just noticing my careless mistakes more. But yeah, I think I want to warp this key, and then I guess just to save turns, just go all the way around here and then shoot this up at the lizard that's going to be on me. Yeah, I don't know. Just save as many turns as I can, even though I don't feel like the chase frog is going to be an issue. But we got that. And we should be able to get to by the way, let's not pick up a potion here. In case we want to use this to kill this chase frog. I don't know. I think this all makes sense. Okay, so we want to kill this chase frog before we pick up this potion. But let's go ahead and refresh this wand, and then set ourselves up to very quickly do all this other stuff. Okay. Yeah, I think I want to do this from here. We know this is not grabbing the potion. I think I want to do this from here to test for charge attack. Yeah, I would have discovered that earlier. I mean, it didn't matter, but okay, anyway. Hopefully I have time here before the next chase frog arrives. Okay. So now we've got 2 keys ready for us here. And okay, we're feeling super comfy with our charge attack and everything. Well, Now we're feeling a little less comfy with our charge attack because we're probably not going to get to use it on an enemy that has more than 1 health. Also, 1 punch, 3 punch, 5. It's going to take me 5 turns to just punch my way out of here, right? Because this, yeah. So like 1, 2, 3, the chicken's on me. But we've got this to kill chickens. We've also got this. We once again cannot break out this treasure. That's so awful. Okay, so maybe we want to step left here, actually. If we step left here, there's a chance that this chicken moves before this chicken and blocks this one in, and so we can just get the mirror kill and this double damage off on this chicken immediately. And that kind of solves survival. I mean, look, we're not getting the secret room after this. So I was kind of thinking about preserving as much health as possible because we could be going into the secret room still. But now that we see that we can't break this treasure out, we know that this is the last zona of the Jogo. So really, I just need to have a plan that can preserve this wand and this wand and this wand so that I can get 3 pillar treasures. Warping the key is not really an option here. Like, you'd have to warp both of these keys to get the value there. And also we've got our arm, right? Like we'll probably get to we'll probably use our arm in Zona 1 of the next Jogo. Unfortunately, the arm could show up just like last. Like if the arm shows up dead last, then that's kind of annoying. Like we don't really want to use all of our other artifacts in Zona 1 necessarily, but chances are pretty good that we'll want to use our arm in Zona 1 next time, and that'll get us up to 5 keys, and so we'll be fine. We'll be fine there. Yeah, yeah, so we're fine picking up a key here. So maybe I should go for this chance of this chicken getting blocked in, because that would just immediately solve the room. But the alternative, I guess, is like, I mean, it's solved regardless, right? I step up, I punch. I step left, I punch. There's a chicken on me. I mean, 1, 2, punch, 3, 4, punch. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a chicken on me, but I just shoot it with this, and then I shoot it with this, and it just dies. Then we don't. Oh wait. Look, this room. This is an easy room because I can't refresh this wand. I was thinking I needed to preserve this wand and this wand to maximize the number of pillar treasures I'm getting, but I'm only getting 1 pillar treasure here because, wait, is there a way to get 2 from 1 cast? Oh, maybe there's a way. Yes. Yes. Okay, there's a way to get 2 pillar treasures from 1 cast, but well, I guess maybe there's also, I can also break this wall so that I can refresh this wand. I can use this wand to refresh this wand. That also puts the door in a better spot. It puts the door in the perfect spot that we decided last episode. We decided last episode that this spot and that this spot is the perfectly optimal spot, and this spot is also pretty good. And maybe this spot, I guess. But this spot we decided was the perfectly optimal spot going into Zona 1, I think. Well, I don't know. Maybe this. Why did we decide that this is better than this? I guess because this is getting you further away from enemies on average. But maybe this is better just because you sometimes want to shoot straight up through the middle. I don't know. These spots are pretty good. Anyway, so yeah, this would let us refresh this wand. If we broke this wall here, then we could refresh. We could use this wand to get 1 or 2 pillar treasures and then refresh it and get another pillar treasure. But if we're using the break, like if we don't want to do that, we could break this wall instead. And if we do that, then we can stand here and get a double pillar treasure by standing here and casting the pillar treasure one to the right. But yeah, alternatively, we can break this. So I guess the question is, can we get 3 pillar treasures if we break this wall? Break this wall. Yeah, I guess we can, if that wall's broken, we can stand up here and pillar treasure down to here and get 2 from that cast. And then, like stand here and I'm thinking about this explode, but I can just move down for that. I can just cast it from here. Yeah, and then cast this like to the right or something. Or like from down here. Yeah, I think it's gonna make sense to like stand up here, get these 2 pillar treasures, walk around this way to grab that first one, and then here to refresh, and then like grab the second one. I guess we have to grab this key first as well. Yeah, this is a little awkward, but I think it makes sense, and I think we're gonna get 3 treasures here, 3 pillar treasures here. So the question is our health gonna be okay to do all this? I guess, is there a reason to not step left and try for this chicken kill here? I don't really think so. Like, up. I guess up, punch, and then step left is guaranteeing us. No. Up, punch. The chickens are guaranteed to be here and here after I step up and punch. I'm pretty sure. Step up, punch. 1, 2. Whichever one steps up first, they're gonna be there and there. But I guess then after that, when I step left, there's a chance that the back chicken, the chicken that's further back in this corner, is going to step here or here. And if it does that, then I will be able to do this and solve it. So yeah, I guess I'm getting a 50-50 either way. Yeah, so I think there's no reason not to step up here. Although the reason to step left here is also just to get this key while I'm still in this corner. I think I want to go ahead and get this key. And I guess 1, 2, 1, 2. I was thinking maybe I could like shoot up. Yeah, I can shoot up from here at this chicken when it's through that wall. Yeah, this is fine. I think that's what I want to do anyway, right? Step left, step right, punch the ghost, and then shoot this up to kill this chicken, which will be up there. Or sorry, to hit this chicken, which will be up there, and kill this chicken. And then we'll use this on the other chicken. Well, I don't know. We've got our mushrooms. This is solved. Okay, do I want to go ahead and do this? Just in case something weird happens, I don't know. I mean, we don't want this chicken to die. Yeah, I mean, thinking about where the chickens die is important, I guess. So we don't want this chicken to, if I shoot this right now, the chicken that dies is dropping the treasure in a fine spot. Whereas if I were to stall 2 more turns, maybe somehow this chicken would end up back here, and that would be annoying. So I think I should go ahead and do this, and then I'll just use my mushroom to kill this ghost, I guess. I don't know, that seems kind of dumb, but maybe I'll use my mushroom on the other chicken and end up saving. I don't know, this seems fine. Yeah, I think I want to do this, actually. And it's nice that we got a gem, by the way. And yeah, I mean, we're saving our charge attack to help with the chase frog. I think this is fine. I think this is all good. Why is he? Okay, yeah, his path was blocked. Okay, I guess we're taking a damage here, but that's whatever. I don't think we care about a treasure being here. You know, there are times where it's bad for a treasure to be in your way, you know. But here it doesn't matter, right? Wow. 3 gems here. That's really good. Can we make it 4? Can we make it 6? Let's see. Okay, so we decided we wanted to break this wall. We are exploding ourselves. I guess I'm saving this. I'm not going to go ahead and get the charge attack because it might be easier to kill the frog with this slingshot. Okay, but yeah, I think this is good to do that. And then we want to go ahead and pick up the key. Right? It almost feels like there should be a way to get 4 treasures here with 2 charges of this. But this is the only... No. Yeah, that's the only way. I guess I'm thinking we don't want to get into a position where we have to fire this left while we still have other wands to use. That would be bad. Anyway, we're getting this key right now. And then... two health still, so we're good with it. Explode. Okay. We want to step down one more time so we don't explode ourselves here. But this is okay, right? We're not dying to this somehow. Always scary to be at 1 health, but that's the game. You gotta you gotta know how to play from 1 health. Okay. Yeah, this is just easy at this point. We can just loop him all the way around. We can also just kill him. Didn't even think about that. Okay. Yeah, pretty happy with how that Jogo went. That was an interesting Jogo. It was not a very good Jogo for score. We didn't get any upgrades or... Yeah, we didn't get any upgrades. We've got all our artifacts, but we didn't get any upgrades. But it was pretty interesting strategically. And I think I don't know. I was gonna say I played it. I feel like I played it well, but also there were a lot of times where I called out things that I missed. But I guess I feel like the things that I missed didn't really matter. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Anyway, okay, this didn't end up being that as long as I feared. So that's good. The early zonas were very long. But yeah, okay. 247 M7, pretty bad pace, but it is what it is. Thanks for watching.